Alright, ladies, gents, boys and girls. G'day guys, welcome one and all. As always guys, good morning, good afternoon, and very good evening, no matter where we are around the world. Hope we're all doing well. Welcome to another edition of the London session. Once again, looking forward to seeing what we can come up with moving forward here today on the gold. And we'll obviously take a look at any other pair as per request, guys. But obviously, still heaps of news about over the weekend. So gold's been surprisingly still trending to the downside. That previous weekly closed bearish and current daily is actually forming bearish. We are pulling back within it though, but obviously we will do the analysis shortly. Guys, any charts, any questions, anything you'd like me to take a look at, you guys know the drill. If you could chuck those into the chat and I'll get to you all shortly. But in the meantime guys, please don't forget to quickly hit that like button. And let's have a look at the all-important news to see if there is anything of schedule moving forward for our first day of the new week. What has been a fantastic start to the new month. Cracking start, 5-0 personally for me last week. And I've already started a day with a win earlier during the Asian session. Moving forward into proceedings, nothing planned. It was scheduled, sorry. But obviously there was so much going on here, in regards to Middle East. Anything could break at any point in time. So we'll take a look at the gold, guys. So let's have a look at it now. What I am currently looking at is an interruption entry, delayed interruption here on the 15-minute time frame. I'll just let you guys know that. And that would be a potential entry point of whatever the highest point of this particular pause candle is on your brokerage chart. For me, that is in fact 5104.69. So I mean, those of you who watch me on the regular will know exactly why I'm looking at that point there for a potential buy limit. Stop loss would have to be below the low. It's quite a wide one, lower risk. There's also a one on the M30, which to be honest lines up with pretty much the body of the 15. So I'm considering maybe staggering in an entry based off that. But anyway, guys, so buy limit is what I'm looking at. So I'll just put that there so you guys know. And I will do the analysis shortly. Let me just put that up here. My limit, I'll quickly type into on the screen. All right, so that's what we're looking at, but let's do the analysis now, guys. Let's start with the weekly time frame and let's have a look on the gold here on the weekly. So the previous weekly closed back. I will call that weak bearish, leaving a long week in either direction. What we did do is tap right into that 5k and bounce right off it. So that 5k psychological round number, I believe it's going to be a tough nut to crack still. Today we almost tapped into that level again. We've since bounced onto the daily time frame. What we do have is a liquidity candle, higher high, lower low. But we're respecting the support, which was previous resistance to the left, and we're just stuck in this range now on the daily between really 5,000 flat, 5,200 flat. Onto the 4-hour time frame here, and 4 hours we can see is also pretty much just in consolidation. We'll just mark in the most recent levels here. That is resistance. Structurally, it does remain bearish the way I see it, but again, we're forming some solid support, and we keep respecting that 5k region. So obviously a key level of interest. On M15 here, we'll just adjust this. The M15 structure is also, the way I see it, technically bearish, and it's not going to change until back above these highs. So to be honest, guys, would prefer to look for sells based off the analysis, but I do see the potential for the interrupt. Well, we do have an interruption valid in between here on the M15. So as far as sells, guys, would have been difficult to trust any sells just there. Pretty weak candle closure. What I would like to see is if price in fact did pop up higher and reject from around that 5170 or just below it, tap into that resistance would be fantastic. The higher time frame resistance, you guys get the picture. Look at drawing, and look for a sell from higher up upon the pullback. So sells upon the pullback. Now further options as far as sells, I don't really see it because you're running straight into support after support after support after support here. So I would rather sell from higher up. And the only other thing I'd be looking for is, so within the current daily, we are now forming bullish structure, sort of staircasing to the upside. So therefore I would, yeah, again, I'm looking for the buy limit at the high of this candle on the back of off the back of the IC candle entry, but I would also still consider buys would make a clean move down to this level of support and form yet again another support for a potential option moving forward. So just based on where we're at, guys, I kind of prefer the buys, to be honest, even though it's actually against my bias. Now further options for me would be, obviously, seeing we have broken through the resistance, which was, well, now is the Asian range high, actually, we just created and pop back below. If we were to now, after triggering in sells, wipe out those sells and begin to pop above, then I do also, in fact, see potential options for buys above this 51, 35, 50 sort of region to again pop back up and retest the resistance at that 51, 71 to 90 sort of level. So it's pretty much what I'm looking at moving forward, guys. Just based on where we're at, currently prefer the buys, but we'll see. I mean, buys is technically bearish. Hopefully that makes sense, guys. And let's quickly have a look at German 40. Here's a chart I prepared for my members earlier. So German 40 is very bearish, guys. We had a really strong close on the previous weekly candle. Current candle's gap to the downside. It's broken through some support as well. German 40 is really in a big sell-off. Obviously, what's going on around the world, it's really having a heavy effect on some of the equities indices. Now, looking at German 40 in the daily, we're approaching a support here to the left, which is more evident on the 4-hour. Yeah, just that little area to the left hand side there. So that's why I've got that level marked in. I prefer to be below that point for any continuation sells. We are bearish, of course, on the 4-hour. For me, where I start to consider the buys would be, look, if we form structure from this support perhaps, but otherwise, if it breaks above and closes above the gap formed at the current daily open, at that point there, it's likely going to fill that gap, and there could be opportunities to take a buy at the back of that. Otherwise, I'd just be looking for pullback sells or the sells below 22,629. Now I've got some support just recently formed here at 22,907, so that could also provide a potential entry point to the downside for some sell options on German 40. But that is it. Let's focus on the gold, guys, and let's have a good session. Just remove that for the time being. Let's just remove that for the time being. Oh, we're popping down extremely fast, guys, so get ready. Could be triggered into a trade shortly. In the meantime, Robbie, g'day to you, mate. Hope you're well. Welcome. Bartman, appreciate it. Jenny G, all good. How are you? This is the Jenny I remember. I hope you're well. Been a long time. Peter, g'day to you. Sunbusk on links. Good morning to you, my friend. So gold popping down really fast. Ooh, post the entry. Sunbusk on lens. Yep, another week. Oh geez, that got so close and it bounced up about 40 pips. It's been ages, Jenny. Yep, it has been. Hope you're well. We've been killing it on the charts. Brad, g'day to you, mate. So I've taken one interruption entry today for a quick 50 pips on gold on an M30 interruption. Oh man, look at this. It's popped up already, plus 50, and it just didn't trigger in. That was on this interruption. No, this one. M30? M30 or 15, I can't remember, to be honest. I really can't remember. I called into, I did mention the group, I took it. Well, gold bouncing, man, look at that. It'd be up 60 pips if it triggered in, but it didn't quite trigger in. What I don't like is the fact this has no low wick, and we're creating up a wick. That was a strong bearish candle. I'm going to remove the order, and I'm going to wait and see how price reacts to it. Reason being is because if you guys remember from, what was it, last week or the week before, where we had multiple occasions when the candle opened up and we closed very close to the interruption without tagging in, the candle opened up straight bullish and then flipped, and then it continued to make the move down to the support through the actual stop loss. So I mean, it is still valid if you want to take it, but I'm gonna just wait a tad longer for it. Members, let me send you guys a link. Happened twice. Pretty sure it was last week. One went straight through to stop loss within about a minute or two once it flipped. I didn't take it. I didn't take it, I removed it for that reason. The second one popped up about 60-70 pips, but then it also dumped. Would have gone straight through to stop loss. So based off that, this is very similar at the moment. So I'm just gonna wait. We're just gonna relax. Next one down. Yep, Phil, good morning to you, mate. Members, I just sent you guys the link. So there is an M31. Where the hell did I take my entry today? Sure it was the M30. Late M30, it was the M30. It must have been here actually. Yeah, it was here. I do remember it. It was a tap into that level. Phil, there's some noise, really? No idea what it could be, mate. I've not adjusted anything. Josh M30, the one with the indicator. Yeah, I think that's the better one. Oh, as far as the entry, yeah, it was that one there. Alright, so the 15 guys, you'd be in if anyone did still leave that position. Now I'm looking for potentially the M30 here. I'm actually gonna, I think I'll set the buy limit for the M30 now. Which, what is it? 50, 97, 30. Yeah, pretty tight stop loss in that one as well. Really want it. No, actually, it's not that tight. It's still about 100 pips, but that's tighter than what the 15-minute one would be. That looks like that'd be working too. Anyway, 50, 97, 30. It's like it could be respecting the 15-minute one. Sounds like when you have a mobile next to your mic. Really? How's it now? Not done anything different, guys. It's the same shit as always. No idea. Still feedback. $50.97.30. Really? What's going on here? Any better? Ah man, it's gonna respect the 15-minute one, isn't it? Would have dropped into a fair bit of draw now. Sounds like Morse code. So I have no idea, guys. I've not done anything different, honestly. Yeah, there is. I can see it's an issue because my mic is showing noise coming out of it even when I'm not speaking. How about now? No, still the same shit. Fuck's sake. Ah, shit. No idea, guys. I mean, gold's coming down to an end, guys, so just be careful of that. Yeah, I am. It's not seeming to do anything. Something that, well, I think it's trying to play the audio, the music through my mic for some reason. Oh, let me see what desktop audio is set at. How about now? Oh, still the same shit. Alright, gold's getting close to entry, guys, on the M30. $50.97.30. Sorry, guys. It's so close to tap in. Yeah, I've tried all that, man. It's not. Hold on. How's that? I think it's same shit. Oh, alright. Green on gold, by the way. Alright, let's just focus on this for the time being, guys. Got 20 pips. It's too early to secure. I'm going to break even with 30 on the table. I might close half just to get another little win on the table. Yeah, I'm gonna close half around that 30. Let's let the rest go. Literally bounced off it, unreal. Out the interruption again. Doing bits. Nice one, got 50, almost 50 pips, guys. Too easy. Job done. Sorry about the mic, but we still got the job done. Look at that. Perfect entry, guys. Absolutely spot on. No drawdown. I think I had like 3 pip drawdown or something, 4 pip drawdown. Cracking entry, guys. So, at about 48 pips on the table. It's not a bad start. I mean, 2 from 2 to begin the week. That's how we roll. Is it better when there's no music in the background? Did anyone take the trade? More importantly. Let me know, guys. Is it better now when the music's off? I'm happy I stuck to the 30-minute one lower down. So it just goes to show that the higher the time frame, the stronger the confirmation. So better, in my opinion, to choose the 30 over the 15 there. Missed the entry, some bus goal lens. Don't stress it, mate. There's always gonna be another opportunity. Jenny, you missed it. It's our favorite entry. You're in cells, Robbie? Okay, 5107. Alright, mate. Well, you're doing well, so just don't take a loss from here. Didn't hear when I got triggered. Sorry, mate. I did mention it. I did put it up here. So, buy limit means you should have had an audit set. But again, it's with experience. You'll work that out. Anyone else take it? Let me know, guys. Let me know if the sound's any better. So, we're currently running now 60 pips. Not bad, guys. Not bad for a Monday. Smash that little like button, please. Look at that. How is that for an entry, guys? Wow, look at that. You got 70 pips on the table. What an entry that was. With basically stuff all drawn out. Absolutely perfect. The IC entry is phenomenal. It is phenomenal. You heard it first on this stream. Josh, I did not expect any different for you, my friend. Absolutely killing it. That's what, 3-0 for you today on the interruptions, I think it is. Crazy, mate. Crazy. This mic is doing my head in. Hold on, guys. I don't even know which bloody board, which USB port it's plugged into. Something cuts out, just bear with. Same shit, that was the right one, guys. Still doing the same thing. Fuck's sake. I've not done anything different, to be honest. I've not changed any settings. I have no idea. Sorry, guys. I really shit when it comes to technology. Is it better when I have the music off? Can someone let me know? Slightly different. I did it on an Asian session, had a nice win. Yeah, this is the interruption entry. This is an entry we've been training pretty much all of last year, killing it. So far this year, absolutely killing it. And we've adapted it as well. So we've got multiple different interruption entries. This is what we call the delay one. Before we had just a one trick pony, the continuation interruption, which is basically when you have something. Let me see, you'll find it somewhere like this. Pause, continuation, tags in at low, and then dumps. So this is, so runners out, guys. A nice quick win anyway. Steven, I just took a buy for a win, but my runner's just been taken out, so nice win. Nice win, guys. Secured at around that 30 and some more around that 60 pip mark, and the small runners has been taken out, break even. Move my watch away. It's not a smartwatch, mate. It's an CISO automatic. I had this watch for years and years. A classic. Apparently it's gone up in value. I got a mate who's really into these watches, and he was saying this one's I like his better. He's got also Tisso, same shit, automatic. You said his is worth half of what mine's worth. All right, won't swap it then. At least he was honest about it. It's Robbie. Yeah, I have no idea. I'll have to go onto YouTube. I won't have time later today. I won't have time tomorrow before the stream. I'll see if I have time. I'll go into YouTube and see how to set up the mic again for Streamlabs. Sorry guys, it's gonna be just going to make do for now. But anyone else take it? Your list, the consolidation earlier, non-strong support, just wow god. Consolidation. What here? It's a pretty strong support, but it's not 4 hour support, so that's why it's in blue. Gold is rigged. Yeah, like any market, it is manipulated by a few influences, basically. I'm talking about the major players, central banks, hedge funds and that. They can manipulate the price of gold. That's why I don't predict what's going to happen. I mean, I just react to what I see happening. So, although I do think gold is still extremely bullish when it comes to longer term perspective, doesn't matter, just buy it because I see opportunities to sell at the same time. And I've been playing it both sides and been killing it, absolutely killing it. March has been phenomenal. What a start to the month. Now 7-0 for me for March. What a year it's been. This is, return wise, this is by far and away my best year so far in regards to percentage, and I'm sure continuing this rate will be absolutely phenomenal year. Robbie sounds like yeah, don't stress it, all good mate. Apologies, but check to see if the mic was selected, and it is, because sometimes it changes to default. For some reason it has sometimes my speakers as default. When it does updates, it sometimes changes, but it is set to Yeti. Sync offset, I have no idea what that means. It's on 0. It's win 147, 30, what is it? 37 losses. 9.89. All right, guys. How are we all going? How's the weekend? Sound off? Really? Can you guys hear me? I know the music went off. I kind of purposely did that in case that is interfering. Give me a second, guys. It's pretty hot here. Robbie, hear me? Yeah, let's just music. Yeah. Franco, good morning, mate. Can you hear? Jimmy. I'm assuming the mic's still no better. Not sure. Looks like it stopped the state, because I did see it was the volume control was moving without me speaking, but it's not doing it anymore. So is it better? It's gone. All right. The music's back on. I think it's all right now. Maybe I don't know, guys. No idea. Okay, I didn't actually change anything with the settings. Oh no, to be honest, but as long as it's working out, it's the main thing. Sorted. I don't know what I did, but great to hear it nonetheless. All right, so let's focus back on gold now. So we're back at that level of support. Let's see what we can come up with moving forward. All right, so there is still 2 5-minute candles left of this M15. What would be absolutely mint right now, what would be fantastic, is if this 5-minute candle can close somewhat like so, followed by this. Whoop, no, not that. This on the next M5. What's going to do is give us a minor resistance after tapping into what is pretty strong support formed earlier today. Not only that, if we were to go to the 15-minute time frame, that's going to look like a bullish close in the end, leaving a long wick to the downside. So that's going to look somewhat like what the hell is going on here, guys? Somewhat like so. Yeah, something like that, guys. And off the back of that, we've got support form, leaving a long wick rejection into that support. Minor resistance form within the M5, and then the new candle create a bit of a low wick, and then going to break the high of the catalyst M15 and the 5-minute resistance. That could provide a re-entry as well. So let's keep a bit of an eye on that, guys. Now the other option could be an impulse 15-minute entry if this closes back weak bearish, and we could use the fib to determine whether or not it's weak. Let's draw it in. So if it closes above 0.382 after tapping into this support, then that may suggest to me, well, what that does suggest to me is that's a weak close, and perhaps we'll grab downside liquidity. Therefore, if the new candle opened up and just created a little bit of a low wick without creating an upper wick and then begin to flip and break, we could be heading back up. So we'll keep an eye on those as well, guys. Let's see if the 15 closes back bullish, we might have an option as well. So let's just see what happens. I don't think I'll follow TikTok today. I couldn't be asked. My members, apologies. I'm going to be flat out this evening, my time. Getting shit organized for what I have to do tomorrow. My brother's overseas before I go overseas, and I'll be at the airport leaving the country when he arrives back into the country. So we may actually cross paths still. That's in 2 weeks, 2 and a bit weeks from now. So apologies to my team. I won't be on the call today, later, but tomorrow I will. Got the laptop, set most of it up. I think it's all working okay. But I just won't have time for it. But tomorrow we'll be on for that later session with my team, Wednesday as well. It's just really today that's affected. But I'm here for the call. Still puppy seeing this behemoth dog. 40+ kilo dog. He's a character. That's not at home, that's at my niece's place, so that's why, guys, my team don't have access to my PC Obviously, once I leave this place. All right, look at that. It's starting to bounce. Ooh, it's 5 minutes taking off. What I might need to wait for is the new candle, see if it creates a little 5-minute resistance here. I mean, we'll see where this candle closes. Off the back of this, there's potential for a morning star formation here, so that also could play out. But wow, we're just bouncing. Stop loss is going to be huge. Visa or MagicKeys Visa. Sorry, butchering your name. Good morning to you. What a cracking start to the week. Alright, yeah, so the way this thing's taking off, I'm likely going to have to wait for a new 5-minute candle on the next M15. See if it creates some minor resistance. Let's look at a 30 just here as well. The 30 is still forming. So if we can form that resistance within the 30-minute candle, then I would trust that it could still push bullish. So that's likely the new plan. And if it just pops up, I mean, so be it. I won't be in that trade. There's nothing wrong with being picky about your entries and waiting for exactly what you want to see to present. So the initial plan, not quite presenting. I don't have any minor resistance, nor do I actually have a proper one candle catalyst. I've got a candle closing likely bullish, could still flip bearish. Lower high, lower low. Still might have a 5-minute. Oh, interesting. So to be honest, what I'd really love to see right now is for this candle to close strong near its high, and then wait for the next 5 minutes of new M15 to close something like that. So it's just the same sort of candle formation here in a 5, but it's just delayed. It's 5 minutes later. That's what I'd really love to see. Now, if you want to take it as it breaks the high, I understand it, and it does make sense. It's not a stupid trade at all. What I would say to you is let it create a bit of a low wick, because the stop loss is going to be massive. Is potentially forming the reversal pattern here in the potential morning star formation. Even if this closes a doji, and then it's based off that, decent low wick still would be valid. But likely I'm going to need to wait 5 minutes. This is closing bearish. Kind of closing opposite to the way I want it to close though. With that long upper wick. This is something I'm not all that keen on, to be honest. I prefer if it in the opposite direction as I drew up. Yeah, I might personally sit this one out for the time being. What you could look at if you're interested is buy stop the high back bearish candle. I'm gonna sit this one out. It's not perfect for me. Already have one win, so no need to rush. Quick look at silver as well, see what that's up to. Ooh. No, that was tapped into, so it's not an entry. Let's look at 30. I wouldn't bother with that one because it's at resistance. The silver, I'd be personally looking for a pullback buy. Well, there you go. There's the importance of waiting for a closure below, because here on German 40 it's just been shown. You can use this as an example, pop below and pop straight back up. So it still could come back up higher before it rejects, so I'd still be wary of that. I'd still be favoring the sells on German 40. I mean, it would make sense based off the current price action within the current daily, how you form that higher low, but begins to pop above and create the higher high. And it would make sense. I'd understand if someone's trying to buy it off the back of that, but I would say wait for a closure. And if it gives you that, fantastic. If not, maybe just thinking about leaving it, missing out. All right, so in this situation, for me, the next best option is yet again 15. Let's just see how this 5-minute closes though. We could hit that like button quickly, guys. So obviously it's a little unexpected to see gold actually close bearish last week. Obviously open up strong bearish today as well. Obviously with what's going on around the world, everyone would have been likely trying to pile into gold. But again, that's just goes to show that maybe it is more manipulating what people think. If price was actually sent down throughout last week and throughout today so far. So that's why you can't always just trade based on what you think will happen. You just need to wait for your right confirmations. Because I'm not going to lie, I was definitely considering and thinking about just opening a tiny position at the new last week, at the beginning of the new week, off the back of, you know, when the war broke out. Definitely was thinking about it, didn't do it. I actually tested out just to see if I could, to be honest, just the sent lot, just to see if it'll let me open a trade, and it wouldn't. Not at the very beginning of, I don't know, I think it was about 4 minutes into the day, 3-4 minutes into the actual new day, after that particular weekend, last weekend, not the ones just past, the one before. And it kept saying markets were closed, so did pop straight up. Still would have been not a bad return even on one set lot, if that's the case. Probably would have been a couple $100. Alright, so the 5-minute is closing, and we are not closing strong bullish here, so still a bit of a wait. But to be honest, I don't think the war's gonna obviously end anytime soon. I think it's gonna be something that lingers and lingers and lasts, and just hope it doesn't blow out into something, you know, much bigger. I know Russia's starting to come to the party for Iran as well. China have positioned warships into Iranian waters as well. I mean, this particular website's a really good one. Get up to date breaking news when it comes to pretty much any news event. It's even got the cricket here. D20. India. Had no idea they won. Pretty interesting website, this one. That gives you like news feeds from all the different news providers around the world. All right, so this rate looks like we could be waiting for what is the really solid entry, which is the 15-minute close. If it closes strong bullish or bullish engulfing preferably, then could be another opportunity to perhaps get involved in some buys here on the gold. Don't go anywhere, guys. Already had one win. Let's just see if another one presents, if another entry presents. Six drone type aircraft were destroyed by air defense forces from 8 to 11 PM yesterday. President Donald Trump stated that new line of Iran won't last long without the approval of the United States. Doesn't surprise me. Right, 5 minutes starting to pop up and leave, will potentially leave the support. Still doesn't look like we're gonna have the actual close above here though. Or maybe it will. Alright, it will. The options are to wait for the 15, or if you want to take a 5 minute lower wick, is begins to break the high of this candle on the 5. There are your two options. I'm personally waiting for the 15 because I've already had a win. I want the perfect entry, and for me, again, same as what I mentioned before, if this 5 minute can close perhaps like this, then that to me is another really quality entry on the following candle. So that's what I'm going to wait for. What I'm personally waiting for, guys. Already had a win. Not going to jump in unless it's a cracking entry again. What's the high of this candle either way? 105.72. Around 50. 106.05. There is the 5 minute interruption. I don't trade it off the 5 minute. I'm not sure of the win rate off the 5 minute. let's see. The close of the M30 as well. All right, so you got a few potential catalysts here. You got 30 closing back bullish, tapping into the support. You'll have closes above that point there, bullish engulfing M15. That's a classic trade I would have taken apart based off the 30-minute time frame. So let's see. We want it to pop up. Don't want to reject and close anything less than engulfing in the 15. And again, low wick, and there could be an entry off the back of that. Now, stop loss at the minute, you'd have to use what will be the previous candle, the current candle, which again is about looking at just over 100 pips. So, better option again is to wait for new candles to create decent low wick. You could either use that, or that could be a way of managing the trade. I'd probably just use the entry candle. Ooh, don't want it to pump just now though. Ah, shit, it is too. Alright, so let's just see. You have to adjust the entry point. Just follow what, track the high of this candle. That now is 51.0694, so 51.725 is a potential entry. Okay, so we got 1 minute remaining for this M15 and 30. It's starting to look really good. It'd be fantastic if this can close pretty much like so. And don't push now. Come on, goal. It's a high now. Man, creating a high. So 51.07. Let's do. It's likely going to be a really quick one, guys. You got a confirmation, bullish engulfing M15. Oh, no upper wick. It's got a tiny upper wick. Need a low wick, guys. Need a decent low wick. Can't trust that without a decent low wick. So previous candles pretty much got no upper wick. Got a tiny one on my broker's chart. Current candle is now creating a bit of low wick. You're looking at entry just above the high, but I'm not going to take it if it flips now and goes. To me, it doesn't have much of a low wick. Likely it could just pull straight back and tag me out if I was to use that as the stop loss. So I'm just going to be patient, guys. Creates a decent low wick and begins to, and if it just creates a decent low wick, maybe even tap into the high of that bearish candle. Then I might set the buy stop back above the high. So the high of the current candle is 51.0791, so 51.0820. Alright, it's starting to look better. Alright, buy stops are valid. I've stopped 51.08.2. stop loss below this candle's low. That's what we're currently looking at, if anyone is keen. Had a nice strong close near M30. I'm actually going to change the entries to 2.5 in case the spread winds a little bit. Not that it makes that much a difference, half a bit, but still. All right, rejecting a bit more. If it comes down too far, then I'm likely to have to remove it because of the stop loss issue again. I'm just gonna begin to adjust. At the minute, you're looking at about 74 pip stop. All right, stretching out a bit further as well. All right, so now the stop is pushed out to 87 pips. It's getting to a point where I might just remove it and wait. All right, let's see. I've got it in still, so. Good guys, make sure to hit the like button. We've already had one win on stream, so we'll see if we get another entry. It's like we may though come back down. Alright, if this draws to the last 3 or 4 minutes, last few minutes of the M15, I will remove the order and wait for the 15 minutes close. See if that gives us another added confluence. If it closed back weak, bearish, that amount of resistance at support, that will make it even more solid of an entry. That means it just needs to wait a tad longer. Right, the 5-minute structure is starting to create some structure by the looks of it. May now be forming some support. The 5-minute starting to look alright. Wanted to break very quickly into new M5 because again I don't want to be triggered in the last minute or two, last few minutes of the M15. Alright, so 5 minutes closing bullish. Alright, so now what we can do is we can start to use that fib. If we close above 0.382 or 15 without being triggered in, then that would also be a strong catalyst to suggest we're heading up on the following candle as long as we create decent lower wick prior to the entry. So I'm likely going to remove the order in about a minute, guys, and focus on the 15-minute time frame. Oh, Jesus, starting to pop back up. All right, so we got 3 minutes, guys, until this 15 closes. Not being triggered in. It's very close to it. All right, so with under 3 minutes, I'm going to remove it and I'm going to have it ready based off the 15 now. So I'm still looking at the same entry point, but I'm waiting for the 15 minute now. To me, it's just a better entry. Stronger confirmation. So I don't want to be triggered in now. We've got just under 2.5 minutes. So I don't want to be triggered in just now, knowing that 15 could leave an upper wick and could pull back, put us back in drawdown. Being so close to the open or close of this candle, your candle's going to create a lower wick, and that could put you more significant drawdown. So I'm just waiting for this candle to close. So I've removed it for the time being. I'll just hide that for a second. Drawing the 50 as well. Alright, so we got a minute, guys. So that horizontal, the bottom one is the 50%, top to bottom. The one above it is the 0.382. If it closes strong near its low, then yet again, guys, I just need to wait. Just following my rules, following what I've learned over 9 years of trading, what works for me. This would suggest it's a stronger close and the sellers are present. We could, in fact, still come back down yet again to this support. So back of that, I would need to yet again wait. Looks like it could be the case. We've got 15 seconds now. Looks like we could be closing strong bearish, but all good. Let's wait and see. Yeah, it's closing strong. So next thing we need to wait for is 15-minute strong bullish close. Just how I do it, guys. No need to stress and no need to rush, just robotic. Making trading as robotic as humanly possible. Again, through experience, knowing what works for me. So we just wait. We already had one win, we can just chill, wait for a perfect opportunity to re-enter. What you can do now is you draw in that as resistance, minor resistance, and price above that point is definitely an interest, a level of interest. Honestly, guys, this is how chilled you can make trading. If you just know what you're looking for, what sort of rules you need to follow. I'm fully aware if this pumps, it could happen. It's not my trade, so I couldn't give stuff, to be honest, if it pumps. just quickly for tomorrow, should be okay for the stream. I'm not 100% sure, but I will definitely be with my members. 100% I'll be on with you guys for before London into the open, and then for the later session. Should be on YouTube, but not going to guarantee it for tomorrow though. Got a massive day tomorrow. But my team, you guys are my priority, so I'll definitely be on with you. Oil pulls back from 25% spike as G7 discusses emergency reserve release. Apparently they've got enough oil to last a very, very long time. So problem is with oil, I know in this country is it's taxed through the roof. But the government's just curbed all the stupid taxes. Then oil prices shouldn't be that much of an issue, to be honest. But they're bloody greedy, aren't they? They get their dirty hands on everyone's pocket. I can say this on YouTube, not on TikTok. I'd probably be banned right now on TikTok. That's fact, guys. It's the truth. I mean, we all know it. I'm assuming it's the same over in Europe and the UK, US as well. Definitely here, the tax on oil is ridiculous. On you know, we call it petrol. Lead gear, huge. This is gold. XAUUSD, spot gold, mate. Price went up 30%. Are you talking about the tax, Franco? It's ridiculous, to be honest. What is? Let me see. What is US oil right now? Again, it's just another curve to control. Oh shit! So, wow, it popped up. What? I didn't even realize it was at that level. I still thought it was around $80 odd. I mean, I don't understand. Like, oil was when it's back at 50, 60. Why is it so freaking expensive here? So it's the same everywhere. It's all taxes. So the governments could easily curb it. They just cut and went so greedy with the friggin' taxes like that of everything. Gasoline price 30%. Yeah, it did go up a lot here too. I noticed when I drove past some stations today. Oh, France, wow. They've come out firing. It's pretty obvious which side they're on. Jesus. To be honest, I don't make this political stream, but I reckon Israel are like the guinea pigs for the US, to be honest. And that's my honest opinion. Because they're situated in that region. They're the ones that have to do the dirty work for the US for the most part, because I do believe this is more to do with oil and things like that and control. I think the US are trying to get in control a bit before Russia and China do. Obviously, yes, the regime change helps for that, and obviously the guy moron that was obviously just recently removed and killed supports terrorism and all that, so Wouldn't give a shit that he, you know, got his head chopped off basically. Deserved it. Same as the next guy, but still, I think it's more to it. A lot to do with control, oil, that type of thing, money. Trevor, it's definitely to do with the war situation, right? Yep. Jim? Yeah, it's about oil and dollars. It's about, yep. I agree. I agree 100%. And it's, again, it's, to me, Israel are the guinea pigs in amongst it all. Yeah, that's unusual for France to... Oh, so obviously showing what side they're on, if that's the case. I mean, could this divide Europe as well? Europe's got issues when it comes to, you know, their own war front with obviously Russia and Ukraine. So I'm not sure how involved Russia could get when they got their own issues back at home. It's interesting times, to be honest. Just hope it doesn't spill over into anything more. I hope it doesn't erupt because I want to get over to Thailand. If I'm gonna get stuck anywhere, I'd rather be stuck there in bloody Melbourne, that's for sure. Alrighty guys, so it's under 3 minutes until session open, and nothing looks ready at the minute on gold. So for the time being, there is no re-entry. It's chilling. Likely still gonna, the level of interest will be above the resistance form at 51.08 roughly. Or back to support 50.90. Anything in between though, there's not much I can do with it. Or is there any need to rush or do anything, you know, rash? If already had a win, so just need to relax and wait for another quality entry to present if it does. Very simple. Alright, so session open is upon us. Let's look at the 1 hour here, potentially closing back a bullish doji candle. So again, it's a potential sign of reversal. It's tapped into support. If you're keen off the back of that, lower wick, you can look to potentially enter this brace the high. It's not my cup of tea because the 30's closing back strong bearish. We're seeing M15's below the resistance. So for me, it's the exact same game plan, and it's just simply going to be waiting for maybe something like that to present. We are at London Open now. Great bullish here, no lower wick on the gold. We're looking like we could break the resistance. Again, to me, there still is no entry. Straight up, straight bullish. Alright, gold is trying to push at the minute. 5 minutes starting to look better. There's no lower wick for the London open candle, which does put me off, to be honest. Need to news up. Apologies, guys. Just the minute there is nothing much I can do. Don't trust it without a lower wick. But for those who are around since the first 30 minutes, we already had a nice win, so I need to stress it. Now it looks like it could be pulling back. Fearless W pattern. Potentially, but I mean, it's got no lower wick, so for me, there's no confirmation to enter. Look at it now. It is pulling back, so it might not necessarily create it, but still, even if it had it, there was no entry based off the way we closed the previous candle for me. So just chilling. I don't need to force anything if it doesn't line up with your plan. Anything could happen. It could end up playing out that W formation, or could end up back at the support. So if you had your queue to enter, I wish you luck, but for me, I don't have any queue to enter at the minute. Proving to be the right decision for me, because we're pulling back and it looks like we want to create that wick now. As they show in points of not being too impulsive. For me to consider anything, I really want this to pull back, create a bit of a low wick. So it's got to all happen within the next 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Create a low wick and then pop above and close above. Now that, again, I'm just going to personally leave it. That's pretty much what it's going to do in the next 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Pull back to create a low wick and then pop and close above the resistance. Nothing in between. To me, that is a high probability entry. So that's what I would be waiting for. Alright, let's try and create that low wick. It's got under 3 minutes, so let's pop back up. We'll create the low wick first of all. Still hasn't done it, and then pop up. So again, thank you to new sub. Been absolutely killing it. Absolutely killing it on the stream. So definitely subbed at the right time. Make sure to join on the regular. Oh, it doesn't look like it's going to happen, guys, at the minute. What I would be waiting for is, even if the new M15 can create that lower wick, and that would be the lower wick for the 30 for the hourly, and then begin to flip and close above. And to me, it's still the exact same entry, exact same level of interest for me, but I definitely want to create that lower wick. It's going to be more difficult, I believe, buying it from this support, because we're just chopping about all these wicks is just, to me, making it a little bit messy. So I would probably now ignore the buys from the support, and I would just wait for either a deeper pullback. You've got further support between the 4-hour level on the M15 here. Got multiple levels until you reach, which was, I did have the level marked in earlier at this point here, roughly for the 4-hour. We've got some levels in between. The deeper the pullback for me will be the better, and the cleaner the better, because it gives you more margin and more clean traffic to trade it back up. So that's definitely something I would love to see if I was to continue trading. But otherwise, again, just the buys above this point still remain, but I'd want at least, and it's creating that, oh, looks like it was about to create a lower wick. Trying to create a lower wick just now. So you'll probably be needing to wait for the M30 now to close above that point there. And that would be a bullish engulfing M30. That to me is a quality catalyst. So that's what I'd be looking out for. Otherwise, sells from higher up, we have made a pretty clean move down. So if it did, there you go, you got that lower wick now. If it did make a clean move up, only to reject, then be nothing wrong trading range. And it's still technically bearish here on the minor time frame. It's technically bearish in the daily, the way the daily candle is forming. It's technically bearish in a weekly, the way the previous weekly did close, and the way the current so far is forming. And the structure in the 4-hour itself is technically bearish as well. So it still would definitely be keen on selling it if it popped up higher. Anything but below this support, again, you're running straight into another level, into the 4-hour level. So it's going to be a bit tricky. I'd rather just sell it upon the pullback or look for your buys from lower down. That's what I personally would look at for me moving forward today. Charting with kids who entered a trade at 5108. What would be my stop loss? 5108. What you entered, what? I'm assuming it's a buy by that sad face. You should have had that preset, mate. You should know prior to any entry where you're going to place a stop loss, what your target is, when you're going to begin to manage the trade in both profit or drawdown. You should know all that before, mate. To be honest, yeah, I would have closed the trade by now. If it were me. Scalping, I wouldn't hold on. But you might have different views on the trade. You might want to hold it for longer, so it's up to you. But yeah, anyway, guys, that's what I'll be looking at. Again, apologies my members, I will not be on for the later stream today, but I will be definitely on with you guys tomorrow for London and for the later call as well. YouTube, I should, more than likely I'll be on tomorrow, but yeah, just keep an eye out for notifications. Guys, appreciate the support. Well done today. One win earlier into the stream, and just a really good show of patience and discipline yet again. So we do well. Good start to the week. Fantastic start to the month. The month continues to roll on. 7-0 so far for March. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button if you can on the way out. And any questions, anything you'd like to contact me about, feel free to do so. That is all in the description below. Guys, I shall probably catch you all tomorrow. Until then, take care, trade safe, have a good one. Bye, guys.